Hey guys, Desolator Magic here. I'm just thrilled to death to be making one of these videos again. They're really my favorite. I'm a huge fan of them, as are all of you apparently. Just love reliving that crap. Although I gotta say the last couple were just like after the fact stuff I've heard about that happened there from other people. Obviously I do not attend this place anymore. And if you're like, that was 20 seconds of things with no context whatsoever, watch the rest of this series. I went to an LGS that was the worst one on planet Earth. Played there for like 2 or 3 years, and now I moved to a different one. That's a short version if you're lazy, but according to other people, 10 out of 10 has just the right amount of water, says IGN, for the rest of this series. Personally, my favorite series is the meme edits, but, you know, everybody's got their favorite playlist. Oh, by the way, FYI, my channel actually has playlists. If you click on, like, my channel name and then go to playlists, I put them all in nice, convenient playlists. So anyway, what story do I have? Well, 2 stories. The first is the little minor one. I heard that so many people are playing blue-white control in Turbo Fog and, you know, Approach, and they just more and more got into it, and kept showing up, and they kept getting kind of pressured or, like, bullied out of other LGSs because people are just like, stop bringing this crap. Everybody hates you. Nobody wants to play against this. It's unfair. It's not fun. You suck. Get the hell out of here. Remember, it's perfectly valid. If that's your opinion, let people know. I mean, it's a free country, freedom of speech. If you live in a free country with freedom of speech. But I can't think of a country where you can't just go up to somebody and be like, hi, I don't like you. This is why. So yeah, they all got pressured to play in, I guess, less casual places where people don't get as pissy about people pretending they're at the Grand Prix and pretending nothing matters but winning. So they all got kind of pushed back there, and, you know, after, like, holidays and bad weather and whatever, you know, the weekend where a lot more people showed up to F&M, they all showed up, and it was just a mirror match-a-thon. It was Red Rush beating them every time, or, you know, white-blue control, just game from hell that would never end. And then probably some jackass playing Mill, because at that place, some jackass always plays Mill. So I heard from somebody who was playing there that day, I think they were running a different tournament, because I think they do split F&M now. So I think they were doing like draft or something, or some special event, Fat Pack Challenge, I don't know. They were doing like something else, I'm pretty sure. Maybe even Modern. I think they hold dual standard Modern, I don't know. But everybody there was complaining. Like literally they did it to themselves, and on top of it, they had the audacity to complain about the number of mirror matches and how unfun it was. They were blaming Wizards, they were blaming, you know, them not banning things, they were blaming other people's deck decisions, they were accusing each other of not being creative, just everything. Like, it's Wizards' fault, it's your fault, it's everybody's fault but their own. That is the attitude of basically everybody who played there. So a bunch of them, they were actually, like, winning. Like, people were going, like 2 wins and 1 loss going into the 4th round, and they were just dropping because they were so sick of it. They looked around, they're like, well, I can only play this person, and this person. Those are the only 3 that I could get matched up against, and all 3 of them are running my deck. You know what? This ain't even worth it. Not worth the prizes, not worth anything. And they were just dropping, and people who weren't playing blue-white control or Red Rush were absolutely dropping. They're like, oh my god, I go online and I play against this bullshit. Now I come to F&M where it's more casual and supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and the person's right there in front of your face within punching distance, so maybe they wouldn't, you know, do that to people, bring that toxic deck that everybody hates that makes F&M and gameplay not fun at all. You know, it's just like anybody could be a complete ass on the internet and harass people and throw out insults, but when the person's right in front of you, some people at least tone it down a little because they're right in front of you. It's a lot more awkward that way instead of complete anonymity. So yeah, they all net decked themselves into a corner and then complained about it, blamed everybody but themselves, and then dropped. So they toxic net decked themselves into unplayability and then had to rage drop because of it. So they net decked to the point where they couldn't play Magic. Okay, they ruined the entire event. Nobody could play anymore. They spent all this money, hundreds of dollars on these decks, and then can't even play them. I wish I was there taking pictures of this. I would have gotten this on camera so damn quick. Dude, I would have uploaded hidden camera footage and named it Top 10 MTG Rage Out Meltdowns by Net Decking Douchebags, Part 1. You think I would blur their faces? blur these nuts, okay? I'm not here to cover for people, acting like toddlers, which is what they did the entire time that I played there. You should have heard what happened when instead of a mirror match, it was them getting their ass kicked with their $700 deck by my $30 deck that I built specifically to beat their stupid net deck. When too many people are all playing one deck, I'm going to build the opposite and I'm going to just cruise through the whole tournament. And they would get so pissed off. I had so many people rage drop in round 1 or 2 to purposely screw me over. Well, one, they were so mad they couldn't continue to play, and 2, strength of opponent. They wanted to sabotage me to make sure I wouldn't win any kind of tiebreaker. And yeah, it cost me a ton of rankings. I don't care. Good. Now I don't get to listen to their whining the whole rest of the event. I mean, good. Take your, $3,000 worth of standard and modern decks, put them in your $1,000 Honda and drive away from here because I'm done with you. Boy, it's just a shame I don't play there anymore. It's a crying shame. So if you're wondering how I heard about this whole first situation that happened a couple weeks ago, it's because that person, well, that was the last time they played there. Even though they were in a completely different tournament, they weren't even playing against these people. It was so obnoxious to be around these people. They were just like asking people, is there any other place to play? And like I said, it's a bit of a drive. I mean, these stores are not really close to each other, but it is what it is. If there's a better place to play, then guess what? So yeah, they came on over and just said, oh man, last week I was over at this place and hey, you guys want to hear a story? This is what it was like. And I'm just like, yep, that's what it's like. I mean, one person legit was like, I don't believe you. It couldn't have been that bad. And I'm just laughing like, oh, it is though. So story number 2, the reason that I wanted to make this video, and these are kind of like haha funny, dark comedy circumstances. Oh, how terrible. Let's laugh about it. This has a bit of a different tone. There's not much funny about this. This is more just like, here's the kind of complete scumbags that attend this place. Hang around there, play there, anything like that. Okay, so there's these 3 people. One's a complete asshole. He never has fun while playing, and if he is, he doesn't show it. Never smiles. He's one of those like immature people who's too cool to look like he's having fun ever. Like that's his thing. I think we all know, somebody who was like that in high school, probably freshman year, and then they kind of grew out of it, hopefully, and learned to act like an adult. Not this one. I just cannot stand people who are like being mad at the world is like their thing. Like he's not even an emo dude either. He's just like a grumpy asshole. So didn't really care for him, but I like complaining about stuff and I hate the state of society, so I can kind of get, his vibe some of the time. It gets tiring, it's kind of grating, but I could identify with it a little bit. At least, shoot, I was going to say he's never been caught cheating. That's actually not true. He had more than 4 Ensel artifacts in his deck. Oh, then he tried to cover it up when I called him out on it. That was fun. So then there's this other dude who's just weird as shit, and this other dude that I kind of know actually a lot better and have known for a while. So I question his involvement with this. So all 3 of them stopped into my shop because, they buy and sell singles. They're, one of my honestly better customers just from a monetary standpoint, not really by any other benchmark or metric, that's for sure. And for the longest time, they've been telling a story where an owner of a honestly pretty far away store, we're talking like 50 to 100 miles away, I think, it's off in some other city. The owner refused to buy something from them and then accused them of it being stolen because he said he thought it resembled something that was reported stolen. And that was their thing. They're like, oh, he accused us of being thieves and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, didn't seem in character with the one time I met the guys, so, not taking sides on that one, and they seem like the type that would exaggerate a story, honestly. Oh, and I may have forgotten to set this up. All 3 of them play near there because that's nearer where they live, I guess. I don't know. And they're the kind of people that would go there. Honestly, they're in the upper tier of like the niceness and quality of person that would play there. It's just downhill from there. It really is. So anyway, they came into my store, selling stuff, buying stuff as usual. I'm like, okay, cool, good transaction. Made a little percentage on it. And I got them some of the cards they needed and some money for rent because they're all terrifically responsible. Although the one dude I know better, I mean, the military honestly is screwing him over on his benefits. And that's just disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. He was overseas in Iraq for years, and like out of his whole squad, like 90% of them were killed, and they claim his PTSD was a pre-existing condition. So they cut him to bare minimum, like disability pay or compensation, long-term, whatever, or non-active. I don't know about it, but whatever it is, they ain't paying him enough, and that's a load of crap. So anyway, one of the three of these assholes probably stole a card from my shop. Mostly it just hasn't shown up yet and it was on my front desk. Now, why would I just think it's them, you know, without strong evidence? Well, one, I have a camera running, except, oh my God, it wasn't recording correctly for like 2 weeks before that and I never caught it. Don't know what the hell's wrong. And actually ever since it hasn't worked, trying to fix it Monday. Oh, somebody would be behind bars right now. They would make bail. Trust me. If I had evidence, last time I had evidence that the person stole a bunch of, this different person stole a ton of stuff from my shop. They were arrested in about an hour. Somebody commits a crime against me, I will find them. I literally had the person's address before the police showed up. I'm like, here's where he lives. And they're like, how'd you get that? I'm like, none of your damn business. Go match his face to the video. So anyway, I didn't notice the car was missing until another LGS owner called me up because we all got our little LGS network. Except for the one from hell. We don't talk to him because he's an asshole. And he was like, hey, FYI, you know those three that are sometimes at your shop and sometimes at my shop? They're sometimes at all the shops. Don't know which one of the three it was, but they attempted to and failed to steal, oh God, it was like $150, $200 worth of singles. They asked to see the premium collection because I think they needed a Phoenix, and like 2 Phoenixes and like, I mean, those are like 35 a piece, and then like one card worth an absolute fortune. I think like a Karn and then like one other. Maybe a Chandra, because I think they were going for like a red thing. Well, the owner had just gotten them in, sleeved them, put them in the display, so when they suddenly weren't in the display the same day, and he had only had them as customers, 2 and 2 together, real simple. And actually he noticed, he's like, hey, you know, you looked at them and then you handed me back the pile and those appear to be missing. What the hell? And they're like, we don't know anything about it. We got nothing. And then they basically left. But he later found them in the singles in like, I think he said a Pokemon box or like a Yu-Gi-Oh box. And these people are familiar with the store. They know better than to put something back in the wrong box. And it was all the cards that were missing. So they were going to walk out the door with them, but then when he called them out on it, oh, well, you can't prosecute them if you later find them. Pretty thin plausible deniability. We're like, I didn't know they don't go back in that box of completely dissimilar cards from a different product and different company. What are you talking about? So we still don't know which one of the three it was, or if it was a coordinated thing, or they're working together, or if one of them just was like impulsive and like, I need these damn cards. But all three of them, if they stop into my shop, we're going to have a problem. Because remember, cameras don't work. That means if I pepper spray somebody, it's my word against theirs. And I'm the owner. And I don't have a criminal history. And the other LGS owner would corroborate the fact that they attempted to steal something. And like I said, a $19 card went missing off my counter after they left. I don't know which of the three it was, but I notified one of them to tell the rest of them that they better not step foot inside my shop or we're going to have a problem. And of course, they know nothing about it. I'm still checking around to see if they're stupid enough to stow it somewhere, but I didn't catch them, so I'm sure they got away with it. They definitely can't sell the card, though, because, well, I told all the other LGS owners, do not let these assholes, first of all, into your shop at all, and secondly, sell you this card that they stole from my shop. It's a foil mythic. It's pretty specific. That sounded great. So, oh, what a fun series. Oh, I dislike the people who go there so much. Oh, they have such abrasive personalities. Ha ha ha, let's laugh about it. No, these people are assholes. They're scumbags. They're terrible people. They will steal hundreds of dollars worth of shit while you're not looking. They're just, everybody at that whole store, if this was like the 1400s, they would be a pirate. Or I should say 16. I don't know. Whatever the hell pirates were a thing. I mean, you go to Somalia, it's pretty much on right now, but I mean, like, the swashbuckling kinds, the backstabbing, double-crossing, that pretty much is Somalia, actually. So they are honorary Somalians, in my opinion. You know, I'm sure the rest of Somalia is really nice. I think the pirates give them a bad rep. So what a coincidence. People who treat others like crap, bring obnoxious decks and don't care about anybody else's time, their feelings, their chance at winning, whether or not they're driving away new players and costing the LGS money. They'll cheat in a game and then, oh, they'll also steal cards from multiple shops. They go hand in hand. So people are like, oh, just let bad players and net deckers, let them be. No, because they do shit like this. You let them go unchecked and you don't pressure them out of your store, then you get this type of behavior, you get this kind of results. They will steal stuff, they'll trade shark people, they'll walk off with your decks, because remember, A deck got stolen at my old LGS from hell, and the person tried to sell it to my shop. I knew better, because the person was an idiot. If you can't tell me what's in the deck, and you say, I don't remember, just look at it, but the deck's 6 months old, I'm a little suspicious and I'm not going to buy it. And as soon as you leave, I'm going to call the other LGSs and say, hey, did anybody report this exact deck's missing with these color sleeves in this box? Which everybody knows, if you steal a deck, you re-sleeve it. My God, how lazy and incompetent could you be? That's actually the second thief that stopped in. The third one that attempted to steal things from my shop also notoriously played at my old LGS from hell. That's right. 3 people. Well, I guess, okay, trying to sell me stolen property is not stealing from my shop, but, you know, you steal from one of us, you steal from all of us. Except the old LGS from hell, I don't care, but it was another player there that they stole from, whatever. Honestly, they kind of had it coming. Watch your shit. If everybody there's an asshole, you better, like, handcuff your trade binder to your wrist or something. Or just don't play there. And people just leave $1,000 deck just sitting there on the table while they go out for a smoke break because literally everybody there smoked. And if they went right to the time limit, they'd still go take a smoke break and show up to the next round 5 minutes late. I mean, these people are assholes. But yeah, the other one tried to steal $350 worth of property, and that's the one that got caught within an hour because let's just say I had access to his personal data, and yeah. Yeah, I found him real quick. I have a really good memory about what people say and, you know, little details they drop about themselves. Yeah, he got arrested. Still waiting for the results of those charges. I don't know what the hell happened. The DA allegedly didn't drop them. I don't know. But the dude must be out on bail because I believe I mentioned this before. He showed up at the other LGS where I actually play. Now, I don't get this. He doesn't drive. This is significantly further away. And I told everybody the story and to watch out for the person. You can't get much more less welcome than that, but he was, by the way, a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he likes to try to rip people off in trades, and he also got busted stealing from a random retail shop in the area too, the same week he tried to steal from my shop. I know, how is he not in prison? He's above 18, by the way. So he actually, grand total, has showed up to that LGS to play a Yu-Gi-Oh event while I was there playing Magic about 6 times, and I haven't just walked up and absolutely knocked him the fuck out. Wanted to, but unlike some people, I'm in control of my emotions and I make intelligent decisions. I did, of course, inform the owners. I'm like, hey, that dude, he did steal the property from my shop, and then I got it back. And he stole from another shop, and he likes to rip off other people in trades and you know, lie about prices. So I'm not going to tell you how to run your business, but I wouldn't let him in. And I guess, I don't know, they told the owner, and he's just like, I don't know, just keep an eye on him or something. He's still there occasionally. But yeah, if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go after these 3 because, oh, no, they maybe stole a card that I can't prove. I mean, narrowly, it could have been someone else, but come on, it was the same damn day. Am I gonna go all frickin' John Wick, you know, Liam Neeson on him? No. I mean, because I can sit there at a table 20 feet away from somebody who robbed my shop, like, shoplifted, whatever, who cares? And keep my emotions in check enough to not jump up and just absolutely beat the living crap out of him. And I could too, he doesn't look that fit to me. So apparently that ranks me ahead of the emotional maturity of Anita Sarkeesian's crazy-ass fans on Twitter. That's a Matthew Lothair reference, by the way, the guy who is a crazy Anita fanatic, I guess we'll say, and attacked Jeremy outside Gen Con. Oh, he better get caught and arrested soon. That guy has to be somewhere. If he doesn't get arrested soon, I got some people who already told me they live within driving distance of that shop, so yeah, that's not good for him. He should probably just turn himself in. I mean, I said don't do anything stupid that makes him look like a victim. Just, like, watch for him and call the police if you see him. I got the impression that's not what they're going to do. But, you know, can't stop him either. I wouldn't. Honestly, it's not wise. Don't do that. So, yeah, the Magic community, overall, lots of assholes. It's like an asshole magnet for some reason. Some of the absolute worst, weirdest, creepiest, most degenerate piles of crap that can come out of humankind play Magic. I don't know why. I don't see the link there. But I remember I've played at about 7 different local gaming stores, and I've seen some real gems. A lot of them are honestly the Yu-Gi-Oh players, not the Magic players. But TCGs seem to just attract scumbags. I don't know why. Let's take my other major hobby, Pokemon Go. I have met like 1 creepy weirdo in that entire game, and I've met like 200 super cool normal people. I don't get the link. Can anybody like submit this to some scientist so they can win the Nobel Prize for figuring out why so many just degenerates show up to play TCGs all the time and ruin everybody's time and ruin entire stores? And then for Pokemon Go, it's just a bunch of like nice people, like, well, honestly, it's a bunch of like middle-aged and retired people. I'd say the average age for a Pokemon Go player in my area is like 45. Still, everybody's so nice and we're all like treating each other like, you know, proper people, and everybody lives in my area. Sometimes there's a language barrier. We got like all kinds of different like Asian language speakers. We got like Latinos here. We got everything. We got Native Americans because it's Wisconsin. Nobody cares. We don't care what gender or age or color or anything you are. We just care how cute your dog is that you brought along to play Pokemon Go, okay? We're going to say hi. We're going to participate in the raid. We're not going to, oh, they're different, I'm not going to talk to them. It's like, we got something in common. We're already talking. We're already friends and I don't even know you. Super friendly, welcoming, great people. And then you go to Magic and, well, it's a shit show. It's just bullies. That's all it is a bunch of fucking bullies. And I don't mean all. I mean, it's, you know, it's probably 10 to 25% of players in my experience that are unbearable and terrible people. But why does Magic attract so many of them? I have one theory and one theory only, and it's because of the toxic environment and attitude that Wizards of the Coast and their staff members have. They attract people that are always mad, they're always angry at everybody else. But then again, that's more the SJW far left people, and I don't get the impression that a lot of them were at my old store. It's not a direct link, it's just them being outraged at everything and attacking people and their attack mobs that they basically actively promote, their staff members actively promote. Oh, surprise, that's who shows up. That's who's left in the game and in the community. I think that's part of it. I don't think it's all of it, so whatever. So like I said, I'm out of stories from my old LGS from hell, but that doesn't mean that I don't hear stories from other people. So since you guys, for some reason, love this series so much, I don't know what's wrong with you people either, to be perfectly honest. I'll keep asking around and see if we can get some wonderful stories from some other people who played there and then now don't. I know one player that's kind of new to the game, actually. He's pretty damn good at it, pretty smart. I think he got better at the game quicker than I did, which is really saying something. I think I already had a first place finish at F&M. That's pretty damn good. That took me like 7 months, I think, at least. Anyway, he kind of splits his time between the two because he lives closer to the other one. But sometimes he plays at mine because, oh, get this, he likes it better. Imagine that. I'm going to ask him for any kind of crazy stuff that happened, and in fact, he watches this channel. Oh, hello if you're watching. So yeah, I want to hear about all the best stories from that old LGS where I used to go, aka the LGS from hell. Oh, segue closer thing. That's one of those callback closer techniques that authors use, right? Whatever, I'm done talking about these people. They get me all riled up. I am literally so pissed off thinking about these people and the events that went down that I had to take off my shirt halfway through recording this because I was getting too hot. I'm pretty raging right now for 1 a.m, so whatever. I gotta get up super early tomorrow to intercept the one-day shipment for all my computer parts. Yay. Hopefully I'll have a fully up and running functional computer Monday night and I'll be able to edit on it. I wouldn't hold your breath. Adobe licenses, even the ones you paid for, aka all of mine, are notoriously difficult to activate after a couple years. I think they do it on purpose. It's definitely lawsuit worthy. So thanks for watching and hopefully I'll see you guys next video.